Hello, everyone's. I am here for Married to Medicine Season 7, Episode 10. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're returning, you a family member, you one of my peoples, welcome back. So starting out, we have Toya and Eugene having Simone, Cecil, and Miles over for like a little dinner date situation. Miles, he gonna be watching the kids, and it's gonna be the grown folks. So they give you know Simone and Cecil the tour of the house, and y'all, that house is gorgeous. That bathroom is my dream bathroom. I always say that if I ever have a house, I want to have a five-piece bathroom. I want to have a separate soaking tub, preferably with a jacuzzi, a nice walk-in shower, his and her sinks, and a toilet off by itself with its own door. That is what I want in life, and probably some heated floors because sometimes, well, them floors be cold, and yeah, that's what I want. But that bathroom was gorgeous. Toya lets us know, since you have a custom made house, you can't go to rooms to go. And I was like, okay, you gotta have your stuff custom order, which takes a while, which is why we don't have no furniture in the house right now. We have a few things like the kids' beds, these little race car beds, and I was like, see, this is not like the old back in the day race car beds. These are like the updated model race car beds, it was just appropriate for the children's age. I was like, okay, I like that. I like that. The kitchen nice, the house beautiful, high ceilings, nice closet space. I was like, I would probably need that. Since luckily this is my closet situation. It's actually a spare room, but I turned it into my closet slash studio room. And it has like two different closets. So one is for clothes, another side is for purses and shoes. I don't know why I'm doing this like y'all can see, but yeah. See, that's what I need in like a closet space for me because I don't have a lot of clothes, but I do have a good amount of purses and shoes. So yeah, I love me a good boot or booty, and yeah, I can't wait to never mind. I'm not even going to Black Friday shopping trying to get me some more boots when I done got several boots on Black Friday. Got them for like 10 to $20 when they used to be $99 because I love me a good sale. But we not talking about me right now. We talking about Toy's house. Yeah. So yeah, lovely house. Love it. So they out there having dinner. So Cecil and Simone say we're hosting the couples trip this year because we have left it in the hands of other people and it haven't gone so right. Heavenly, when she hosted the trip, she was asking questions. It was causing arguments amongst the couples. When Toya and Eugene did it, Toya got on birth control and was acting crazy the whole entire trip. So yeah, so it's up to us to get this trip on and popping right. They want to know, is Quad coming, because Quad is not in a relationship and this is a couples trip. I understand that. Why don't y'all just call it something else instead of a couples trip if we're going to be having Quad alone? Now, Toy already said, I don't know if she said this now or later, that she had an issue with once upon a time with Quad, coming on a trip, but Quad blew her away. So everything is good now. So yeah. So I was like, we having this couples trip. Quad is invited. Okay, that's cool. Contestant Scott go to therapy, and she feels that she's not important. She says she withdrew from school. The wait a minute. Oh, she withdrew from the program and didn't want to feel the judgment from him, like being a bad mom, being a bad wife, from being away, because she wanted to further her studies. So they realized that they had more issues than they thought. So they are going to continue to go on with therapy. And I was like, that's a good idea. Instead of just walking around angry, go to a therapist and see what is the root of the issues. Really tell what is your problem right now. I don't know why I couldn't get that word out. Jackie has her vagina book party. Yes, you know, she's the Queen of V book, I think it's called. And Jackie says, feels that the vagina shouldn't be something to be ashamed to talk about. Like, most women or most people don't know the anatomy of the vagina. And I'm going to be perfectly honest, and I didn't know when I was in my well into my 30s, didn't know all the technical terms and where everything else was. So I was like, that's good to know. And she's saying how, like, when women have issues with their bodies, especially the reproductive organs, they're ashamed to say what they're going through, whether it's a miscarriage or things like that. And when you don't talk about, when talking about it, you can help somebody else out. And Toya's like, she felt that way when she had her miscarriage. You know that other women go through this, and like, you were not alone in this. She gets to talking about when she had chemo, when she was diagnosed with breast cancer. She went through chemo, and going through chemo somehow messed, like, she was no longer able to have kids. And then she looks in the audience and says, well, Buffy, you can relate because you're infertile. And I was like, Jackie, did you and Buffy discuss this before you got on, you know, the microphone and said, Buffy, you're infertile? I was like, no, Jackie, this wasn't the right way of going about it. Now, if we're on a panel about infertility, and there's a panel of women who talk about their issues with infertility, and Buffy happened to be one of them, then yes. But just telling this woman's business just out there like that, no, Buffy says that she talked to Jackie like briefly about her infertility, but she didn't go deep into it. And in her confessional, she and her husband were saying how they tried IVF, they tried all artificial insemination, and nothing worked. Like, she's producing eggs, she's having a period. It's just that she seems to not be able to get pregnant. Like, surrogate may be a route, but surrogate could be expensive. Surrogacy could be expensive. IVF, artificial insemination, all these things, it costs a lot of money. So now it's time to talk about the trip. And like, I'm with Toya. Like, why are we calling this a couple's trip when Quad is in the relationship? And like I said earlier, Simone said how last year she didn't feel Quad should come since she was in a relationship, but she blew her way about how she was acting. So like, let's just call it, you know, a group trip and just go with it from there. And if y'all have some type of activities for couples, then so be it, if you want to participate or not. Just don't call it a couple's trip. Now, Simone, Cecil, I'm going to need y'all next time when y'all hosting these trips to get a bigger vehicle for the group. Because we have some men on here that's, you know, they got a little bit of weight on them, and they don't need to be crammed in these seats, and they don't need to be sitting next to somebody cramming them together. So that's just a note to y'all. Get a bigger van the next time. So they have a dance off to see who's gonna get the penthouse suite. Dave already said that he has not one iota, 1 ounce of rhythm in his body. So he already knows that they're going to fail, but he's going to give it his best. He was doing some of these. What's her name? Buffy. She was, you know, attempting a twerk. Didn't go that well. Scott over here finna break his ankle because he over here breakdancing. I was like, he was a DJ back in the 80s. And like, yeah, that was the 80s. And we extra grown now. And what we can do in the 80s is not necessarily what we can do now. Yeah. But the person who surprised me the most was Damon. I didn't know Damon could move like that. I like, yeah, I could see Heavenly going up there trying to, you know, show out in front of everybody and show, you know, shake what a mama gave her. But Damon, he was spinning on his head. He was doing one of those moves where you lean back and you got one hand on the ground and, you know, the woman twerking in front of you. I was like, who knew Damon could do this? I did not know this. Heavenly wasn't surprised, but I think us watching was surprised. I was like, yeah, I never seen a side of Damon like that, and it surprised me. I was like, okay, so we know who's going to win this match. in the dance hall for the penthouse. Of course, it was Heavenly and Damon. And I think that, yeah, after seeing Damon spin on his head and do that lean back, yeah, they won. So, y'all, that was the gist. If I left anything out, by all means, leave a comment below. If you're new to my channel, welcome. Feel free to subscribe. It's free all day, every day, free 99. Make sure your notifications are on so when my beautiful face puts up a video, you can click on it, you can like it, you can share it with your people. If you're returning, you a family member, you one of my peoples, oh, welcome back. Y'all know what to do. Tell your people to tell their people to come over and be one of my peoples. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.